What up? What up? What up? What up? What are we looking at? Trump 2024? Is that what we're looking at? Is that what's going on? Can anybody beat Trump in the primaries? I think that's a done deal already, right? So, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get a perspective. Trump. Yeah. Trump 2024. Is that what we want? No more Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe. No more Sleepy Joe. What do we want? When do we want it? What are we going to do about us? All right, enough of that. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Donald Trump's going to win. They already tried to keep the man down. Didn't happen. He's going to slaughter anyone in his way. All of the people who tried to indict him and all of the people in this party who went against him from the 6th of January, they are no longer politicians, all of them. No longer politicians. They all fell out of each race that they were in and just decided we don't want to be politicians anymore because they knew that Donald Trump and his supporters were going to, get rid of them, quickly. They knew they weren't going to win anything. So a bunch of them bailed. Now, with that in mind, just with that in mind, we have to look at the power of Donald Trump and any president. You know what? Nobody's here, so I'm just going to play some music. And when somebody comes on, then I'll talk. Right now, it's just going to be music. Put the needle on the bass. It's just music. Good God. Just going to do some music for now. Nobody's here, so it doesn't matter. Somebody wants to come in and talk, then I'll talk. Right now, nobody wants to talk to old Tony. It's all good. I can just jam until somebody comes in. Wants to talk Trump 2020. 2024, Donald Trump. See if anybody comes in the room. Let's talk about our predicaments, what we're about to be facing. Because it's about to get bad. It's about to get bad. about to get bad. You guys don't want to talk about it. That's cool. No sweat. I'll just make music. Put the needle on the bass. Yeah, just some music. I don't mind making just make some music. Yeah, I'll just do that. Nobody's here. Yeah, this is a nice little something right here. I'll wait till somebody wants to come in and want to talk about Donald Trump. Other than that, I'll just make some music. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You guys, you guys are fickle. Put the needle on the bass. People are fickle. It's okay. People are fickle to the O. And except me, I'm not fickle. Not fickle. Guys, I'm not fickle. Put the needle on the bass. I'm not fickle. You guys are fickle. Fickleness. Do you guys have fickleness? So I'm trying to make better music. I'm trying to figure out how to be a better producer. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about it, let's talk about it. If you don't, I'm just gonna mess with this music, and then I'll go ahead and go. Nobody wants to talk about Trump 2020, 2024. I think we should talk about it, but you guys, that might not be your thing. Might not be what's on your mind, what the world's going to do. You guys might not care. Who cares? Who cares what Donald Trump is going to do? You better care. Oh, you better care. Because there's going to be hell to pay. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, man. Trump 2024. Listen, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Their polls are so low. It is unbelievable. Kennedy's running too. If I was Kennedy, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, Joe Biden's polls. Let's look at his polls. See if we can find them. Yeah, his approval polls. So, 54% of America disapproves of the president. I don't know who approves of him. Yeah, I don't know who approves of them. I don't know. I have no idea who approves of the president. But according to this, those people who approve of him are white. Yeah, whoever it is, they're white folks. So it's 54. Biden's approval rating at 40%. America concerned about immigration. Yeah, recent days. Yeah, it was at 40% recent days, close to the lowest of his presidency. With America unhappy about the handling of immigration inflation and show that 3 days poll, which ended Sunday, showed the migrational issue is increasing. Migrantal is what they call it. Migrantal increase in population from last month to 39%. Respondents said that they approve of his performance as a president. Suppose has a margin of error of 3%. The points, the economy remains responded top concerns amid high rates of inflation and pushed by central bankers to tame prices by raising interest rates, which has made mortgage and car loans costlier. Yeah, car loans are ridiculous. They're like, there's no way you're actually voting for this dude again. It's like you don't want to make this mistake. He said he was going to raise our taxes. That's what he did. He raised the damn taxes, went through the roof. Everything went through the roof. Everything. Printed a bunch of money we didn't need. Well, we so-called needed it. I don't know. I don't get it. Our country, tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. A bunch of people came into the country, man, undocumented, tore the damn country apart. You got more theft going on than anything. There is more people being snatched. There's more murder. There's more kids that are missing. Trafficking is off the chain. Listen, drug trafficking is off the chain. Slavery is off the chain. Human trafficking is off the chain. It's gotten so bad that they're going and snatching college students. They snatched this one girl who was a college student, 20 years old, snatched her up, took her somewhere and took all her money. Then they got into her Cash App or her Zelle, took all her money from her Zelle. And then when she didn't show up to class or anything, her family was just like, let's put an APB out on her, all points bulletin. They did that. And the people who snatched her, now I've never seen this before. The people who snatched her bring her to the police station and told her to go and tell the cops that she's fine and waited for her out in the car. She showed up at the police station with her whole body covered up in the back seat, and the dude from, he was obviously Mexican, he's sitting there in the car just on his phone because he knows if this woman says, listen, I'm okay, then they have to stop looking for her. And that's exactly what happened. And the cop said, listen, If she says she's fine, there's nothing we can do about it. She went, got right back in the back seat, covered herself up, covered up her face and her body, and after a while they let them go. I ain't heard from the story since. Matter of fact, let's look it up. Black girl too. See if I can get the story right. Black colors. Crisis of missing black women and girls deserves more. They're saying they account for less than 15% of the U.S. population, but they deserve more attention. Vulnerable and trafficked, who's buying girls. I can't find the exact story, but I don't know what her name was. Yeah, but it was a 20-year-old woman. And I've never seen such boldness in my whole life where the criminal brings you to the police and says, yeah, go in there and tell them. Because if you don't, I know your address. I know your family. And I'm going to go see your family. We're going to come see your family. And you know that they will. You know that's what they told her. They had all her money. They had all her information. They told her, listen, you don't go in there and tell them to stop looking for you. We're going to, we're going to come see your mom, your dad, your cousins. Yeah, and we know where all of them at. We got somebody outside of their house right now. She went in there. She's like, listen, I'm fine. Please stop looking for me. And, sign some paperwork. You sure you're okay? I am fine. Don't look for me no more. Jump back in the car and off they went. And, she's in a bad situation. But this is a common theme. Like I said, I've never seen nothing like this. And there are a lot of these stories that are going around. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but when Donald Trump was president, there were, let's see, hold on, let me get this right, because there were 5 that I know of, 5 hangings. Trump was president during what year? Let me get this. He was president. Let me look this up and get some actual facts. So 2017 to 2020. All right. It's not giving me. I know of 5. Lynching statistics by years. So lynching statistics by years, lynching by year and race. So let's go to 68. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. This isn't telling me much. All right. List of lynching victims in the United States. All right. But I know of 5 incidents. And they're saying lynches in Mississippi never stopped. I know there was just a guy who got his head cut off down there. And I think there were 3 little girls who were strangled down there. So that's still going on. And that's going to pick up. See, this is the problem with Donald Trump being president. See, Donald Trump for president is not that bad for some people. I'm going to tell you who it's bad for. It's bad for the Chinese. It's going to be bad for the Germans. It's going to be bad for the Middle Easterners who came over here, who they brought over here on airplanes. It's going to be bad for them. It's going to be all bad for them. It's going to be bad for the Russians. Oh, yeah, it's going to be bad for them. Let's see what else it's going to be bad for. It's going to be bad for any undocumented immigrant. It's going to be bad for any undocumented immigrant. It's going to be bad for you. And it's going to be bad for the rich people. They're not going to like it at all. For the people who are at the very top, they're going to have some issues. It's going to be bad for them. And it's going to be bad for Black people as far as what the crazy racist white people are going to do. Because the crazy white people are going to be convinced, like they were when he was president the first time, that they can kill us and get away with it. And some of them have. Like the one guy who had a Black friend, and he said he always wanted to kill a Black man, but he used another word. So him and dude was in the house, and he struck old dude in the back of the head with a pipe, and he beat him to death. Then he went to jail for it, and his bail was $200,000. They lowered his bail to $50,000. He got out of jail, and he's free today. He's free right now. He's at home. And he slaughtered a man. And it isn't manslaughter when you plan it. It's aggravated manslaughter. It's murder in the first degree because you planned it. You planned the whole thing. It's the worst sentence you can get. You can actually be hung for this or be fried for it. And this dude casually did it. You're going to have a lot of other people who are going to do the same thing. I'm going to tell you else who's going to be bad for Black women. Black women, listen, it's just not a good time to be a Black woman. Black women out here celebrating being Black women. Listen, I don't blame Trump for it. It's what the crazies believe Trump is. They believe Trump is a king. When they say make America great again, they may make America white again. Don't forget, white people are what, 236 strong, 36 million strong. Next to the Hispanics, and then next is us. Hispanics at 60, us at 40, Indians at Native Indians at 2 million, because they're almost wiped out. Then all the other races are kind of sparse, except the Asians. Asians are 8 million plus. Well, yeah, he did. Economically, he made it horrible for us. I'm not arguing that. But I'm saying you're going to see a lot more boldness in the crazies. There's going to be a lot more white sheriffs killing black men. The sheriffs in some of these places, especially in Mississippi and these places, they believe that they are the end of the law. They believe that they say what goes on this town, and they have been killing black people. Look at what look at what they did. Look at what they did in Mississippi to the 2 black men who was dating 2 white women. I don't know if you heard this story, but this is what happened. 6 officers, deputies, or whatever, they came to these 2 guys' house. They got in their door, barged in their door, whatever. They took the 2 men, and of course, they tied them up, beat them, they tased them. And then they just tortured them. They didn't even arrest them. They just tortured them. They beat them up and all this other stuff. Then they did like a waterboard thing to them. They put them in shower. They anally, raped them with something. They tried to make them 2 have sex. And then the one officer shot one of the guys in the mouth. He blew his tongue off. Then they left. This just happened not too long ago. Those were police officers who did that. 6 of them. You don't believe me? I'll pull up the story. I'll be thinking I make this up. Look, I don't know how to make stuff up, but let me see what it was. This was in Memphis. No, this isn't even the one in Memphis. This isn't even the one in Memphis. That was black officers. I think this was in Mississippi. Yeah, okay. Yeah, in Mississippi. Here it is right here. Mississippi officers allegedly tortured 2 black men after accusing them of selling drugs and dating white women. See if I can put the link in. Hold on before I read what you're not offending me about. Now, this is too long to put the link in, but all right, let me see what you're not offending me about. Puerto Rican love all races. Puerto Ricans love all races. Okay, I don't dispute that. I don't know any Puerto Ricans, but okay. But they are not procreating like us. This is true. They're not. You even said that they need us to procreate. Man, come on. No offense to you. Just a question. What is your question? Yeah, I don't have anything against any race until they have something against me. So I don't know anything about Puerto Ricans. Um, I don't know nothing about them other than it is a part of the United States now. So that's cool. And you guys like bright colors. Love the old fashioned cars, man. And of course, the ladies look great. So music, yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about Puerto Ricans. Yeah, y'all love some blue and pink and purple and no nobody does blue, pink, and purple like you guys. Nobody. You know, in America, a man rocking pink is not the most fashionable thing, but over in Puerto Rico, it is the deal. The pretty blues and oh my goodness gracious. You, boy, you better have your boy if you don't got yourself a pair of pink open toed open toe flip flops. You ain't right. You ain't living. You ain't true. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You ain't true to it. Yeah. You ain't true to the game. You are not true to the game. My friend, listen to me. Yeah, Puerto Ricans, man. But I know there has been fusion between Puerto Ricans and black people. There has been angst between Puerto Ricans and black people because of territories that we live in. So I know that has happened. Yeah. So I know there are some Puerto Ricans that harbor some feelings about black people because the areas that they come up in. So, the Puerto Ricans got the mad knife game going on. You can hear New Yorkers, black New Yorkers who are gangsters talk about that. You know, you heard what's his name from G Unit talk about it. He's like, listen, they got the knife game going on. You mess with one of them, you gonna have some issues. And we've seen that on display because, we seen Junior when Junior passed away a couple of years ago. He went into the bodega and he got knifed up. Mistaken identity. They thought he was, another gang member, and they ran it. Yeah, R.I.P. Junior. Those were Puerto Ricans, to my understanding. I don't know. I don't live there, but I think those were Puerto Ricans who did that to him. And the whole thing was on camera, and it was horrific, and he had nothing to do with nothing. And they slaughtered that boy, dragged him outside, and they, stuck him like a pig and then ran off. Of course, those people were caught. Oh, those were Dominicans? Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So the knife game is notorious when it comes to the Hispanic races. Yeah. They were from a gang. Mistake. Yeah, it was a mistaken identity. I mentioned that. It was a whole mistake. Junior had nothing to do with anything. He was just a good kid in the wrong place at the wrong time. And these guys were fueled by something that these other gang members did to them. And they were like, we want blood. They were willing to give up their freedom. So, you know, it went down bad. Yeah. I never have either. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't live around them, but there's, let's see, the guy who I used to live next to me was from El Salvador. Him and his family, I was cool with them. Uh, yeah, yeah, hit the like button. I was cool with them. I didn't have any problems with them at all. Uh, but there are some guys who live two doors down, and I don't know what their nationality is, but they have an issue with me. One is an old dude and his wife. The wife don't have an issue. The man does. I don't know what his deal is, but he just has an issue with me. Him, and then his son and his wife and their kids, they got issues with me, but I've never did or said anything to them other than, the mother. The mother I said hello to because she said hello to me. So I don't know what his deal is, but I think one of the issues he's had with me is, one day he went out and he bought himself a new Chevy. Well, not used, but not new, but a used one. And he pulled up in a Chevy, you know what I mean? And he was grinning like, yeah, I got me a nice little Chevy. I was like, all right, cool, no big deal. He ain't saying anything, but he's just smiling. He's just being cocky. Well, he ain't like the fact that I pulled up with an '07 Avalanche, the LS version. When he saw it, he was just like, he was kind of in his feelings about it. I was like, I'm not in competition with you, G. So the other women are just as sexy as the younger woman. Well, this woman isn't what I would call sexy. She is a older, very nice lady, and she doesn't seem to want any problems. You know what I mean? So, but the son he drives, so the son he drives an Escalade, long boy, and I walk up and down the Ave, and he drove past me one day and revved his engine. I'm like, all right, this is, if that's the energy y'all wanna take it there. I'm telling you now, you come anywhere near me with that truck, you're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna be a mother freaking problem. It's gonna be a problem. Cause I'm not taking no mess from any of y'all. So I don't know what nationality they are, but leave me the hell alone. I don't bother you, your family, your kids, your dad, none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke, but don't be trying to threaten me with no car. Cause I got a Chevy too. I got two of them. Y'all want to start putting dents in trucks, then we'll be putting some big ass dents in trucks, and it'll be a thing. I'm not having none of that. Y'all get the slicing tires. I'm gonna get the slicing tires. That's gonna be that. Like, don't mess with me. I already got one neighbor who's an idiot. I'm just now getting past that. Trying not to put a hole in his face. Now these people want to, start revving cars like they want to run them. Oh, okay, all right. You got kids too. Leave me alone. Because we'll be scrapping right in front of your house. I will drive to your crib and pull right over and we can get it in. Trust. I will squabble with all of y'all at the same time. All of y'all. All of y'all. We'll be banging right there, slanging and banging. We'll be slanging and banging right there. So I'm like, don't threaten me. I don't like it. I don't like it, homeboy. So they know I don't like them. They don't like me. I stay to myself. It was all cool until they, did the whole thing with the car. Then I start thinking, God dang, I'm gonna have to go, I'm gonna have to go and protect myself the best way I can because it's just me. I don't want to even think on that level because I don't know who they roll with, but you know what I mean? I'm putting up with that. I've been living here way too long. Anyway, so Trump, it's going to be see a lot of these people that are working here right now and don't have documentation. A lot of these people are going to get taken away. A lot of these people that barely speak English, I don't care what country you're from, you barely speak English. Listen, you're not going to be, if Donald Trump has his way, you're going to find, as a matter of fact, it's already happening. The migrant workers have disappeared. I mean, because issue 42 or law 42 or whatever, they have disappeared. They have vanished. You know what I'm saying? The border is closed. The people who are coming here because of war in their country, well, they just can't walk up in here now. As a matter of fact, they have a law to where any child can come here who is a victim of war. But the parents can't come here. So what's happening is the parents are sending the children to the border. So that opens up a whole nother can of worms, because if you have a bunch of children that are traveling by themselves, it's just a short matter of time before the traffickers get to them, and a lot of them won't even make it into the country. They won't make it to the country. It will not happen. Not to mention China, a bunch of Chinese are trying to get into the U.S. Russians have crossed into the U.S. They have crossed the Bering Strait. So, yeah, they've risked life and limb. The Chinese have walked across the jungle to get to us. The South Americans, they're coming through just cartel infested areas just to get to us. And some of them aren't going to make it here. They're just not. They're going. Look, there are people finding whole dens of people who have been trafficked for their organs. They're all dead. We've seen trucks full of people trying to cross the border, and some of those people, especially when it gets hot, what happens is the cabin gets too hot, they run out of air, they all suffocate. I'm just saying, like, the whole traffic game, the whole risk of getting to America has just gotten harder simply because the borders are now closed. Unless you are a child, and then sending a child here, it's good luck to you. Good luck. Not only that, but as America goes, as a lot of other countries go, a lot of UN countries will go. They'll follow suit. If that happens, there's going to be even more stringent rules for people who are fleeing China. especially women. One Chinese girl was talking about how she carried a razor with her and she carried poison. She's like, if they get to me, I'm gonna cut somebody, and if they take us back, she's like, if they take us back to China, then I'm gonna poison myself. I'm out of here. Plus, she had a razor, so she's gonna do somebody, but that, of course, that will cost her life. Uh, then you have the Africans who are fleeing their countries, people from Cameroon and the Congo, and I don't know what's going on in Rwanda, but other countries that are at civil war, of course, the pirates that are still uh, the pirates that keep attacking the U.S. The United States has a long arm, and the Navy is everywhere. So one of the places the Navy is, of course, off the coast of Africa. And the people from Ethiopia, I believe they're Ethiopians, or the neighboring country, Eritreans or Ethiopians, they have been, those pirates have been attacking us, what that movie was about. But they have just attacked a U.S. Navy ship. And of course, they tried to board it. They saw they saw a naval ship, U.S. Navy ship. We're not talking about a cargo ship. We're talking about a battleship, and decided to shoot at it. They were like, USA, the strongest military on the planet. Let's go shoot at them in their little makeshift whatever. They opened fire on them. U.S. returned fire. That's the end of that. U.S. has too much money. They have too many guns. They have too many ways to kill you. United States has ways to blow your ass up, and you won't even know they did it. They have scramjet technology. We have rail guns now. I don't know if anybody's still here. It says 0. A rail gun. I'll wait till some more people come back on. Rail guns. Nobody's here, so just gotta keep jamming. Yeah.